and good morning. And in the Islamic culture, they say Bismillah in the name of our Creator, no matter what your belief is. But Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim, the merciful, the God. And right now, I have a very, very prestigious guest and gentleman on the other side of the line, Mr. Shujat Ali Shah, who resides in UK, was involved in broadcasting sports and owns a variety of chain shops for coffee, premium coffee products, and had some questions about particularly this camel world that we talk about and we admire and love so much. So, welcome, Mr. Shujat.
Thank you, Arif Bhai. Jazakallah khair. Allah bless you. Thank you for such a wonderful introduction and opening. It's always a pleasure to listen to you, watch your videos, your energy, and learn from you about your personal development, expertise, and skill sets. So, couple of questions because I've been obviously last couple of months been engaged with you on calls and various ways through educational video methods and audio calls. So one of the questions I've had is I know you run Camel Care as a business and you've been developing that. In the United Kingdom, we are looking to develop camel racing in alignment with horse racing, which I've mentioned to you a few times. And one of the purposes of today's call is clarity on how many animals, if any, you buy or the raw material itself, because obviously we are presently shipping camels from the Saudi, the Gulf Peninsula as such, to the United Kingdom. So just wanted to know, do you actually buy animals or do you not get involved in that? Do you just go straight to the raw material?
As an ambassador, what we call the blue zones, really to longevity, I want to clarify that because the purpose of the whole programs that we run, the teachings, is to lead people to what we call a blue zone. And blue zones a natural place where people naturally take care of their body and mind and live with nature. And animals, of course, are a part of this kingdom. Animals, whether it's, for instance, my friend Shujat, in Canada, for every man, there are 4 dogs. Of course, there's dog races, there's things like this. Around the world, people spend more time on average with animals, which is healthier than they do with human beings, because by nature, we are a complex creature. So we love the animal kingdoms. Yes, the camels, to go back to your question, we are directly involved with the camels, the two-hump camel, again, from Mongolia. We are involved with the herders who follow these camels and make their livelihood that way. We buy the wools, but right now we're not in the operation to buy any camels. As you know, animals are very, very expensive, starting with dogs to horses that could go into hundreds of thousands of dollars. And camel, which is the king of animal kingdom in terms of wisdom, in terms of durability, in terms of the animal character. The only animal in this world that's called a person is a camel. Cows are a head,
Yeah.
or dogs are a dog. But
So, as you know, the kingdom we live in, the world we live in, there's the plant, there's the animal, there's the humane. So, these are all categories that we live in. So, that's clarified that you don't acquire an animal. We are acquiring our animals. That's what makes two kingdoms a little bit different. We're buying animals, we're racing them here in the United Kingdom. We have got contractual arrangements with race courses in the United Kingdom already. We're presently not doing them in the Saudi at the moment because they're being done as races out there. Generally, it's not a massive project out there, but it's a big one here in the UK. We've managed to get kings involved and queens and princes and all that lot, sign them up. So that was the first form of clarity for us on Camel 360, which you've clearly given us. You're buying the raw material, we're buying the item itself, the animal care, and getting that care brought over to the United Kingdom. So that's very good that we've clarified that today, because obviously we need to do it from a racing aspect before it becomes a milk product, before it becomes a meal to eat, before it goes into that direction, if that makes sense. But like you say, camels need care. They need food just like anything else. They need to be cared for just like a human being is. So that's good and clear. So now we can move on to your business, which is obviously the products you want to sell, the volumes you want to sell by the country, by the region, by the city, be that through distribution of our cafes, be that through the distribution of other means of channels, whichever one, multi-level, normal, bespoke marketing. I understand the business very well. We have media platforms here in the UK, so we can market a lot of this for you as you wish. Yeah.
We appreciate your clarification. So, in the meanwhile, allow me to clear a little bit about our involvement in the two kingdoms and how you tied it all up. Even though very, very common in the Middle East, in the Saudis, in Dubai, in the Gulf region, the founder of modern Dubai was asked, how do you foresee the future? He says, my grandfather was riding a camel. I myself ride a Mercedes Benz. My son will ride a Land Rover. His son will ride, let's say, a Tesla, but his son, the third son, will go back to a camel. So that's how it's valued in the
Yeah,
culture.
you told me this one before. I heard this one from you right at the beginning when we met about 2, 3 months ago. So I remember that
Absolutely.
one. Yeah, yeah.
It's one of the things that the value is there. Now, in the expansion program, here's a simple spindle of socks, okay, that we have here as a prototype. Let's say in a coffee and books and socks. That's what we talk about, coffee, books, and socks. So it goes into a cafe as a spindle, and we've created the program, Shujat, my friend, as where once you are associate, a minimum of 500 pairs of socks branded. Let's say we wanted to brand, the two kingdoms together. We can have two kingdoms right like that on the socks, on the package, as a dispenser, and to have enough exposure. In our experience of last decade is you need at least a minimum of all the sizes, small, medium, large, x large, which comes out to 500 pairs of socks. Now what happens, I don't take the order here. We directly connect you from London to Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, and they will send it to ship it to you. You'll unpack it, we'll have a ceremony, all of this stuff. Going back to the two kingdoms now, into the foreseeable future, inshallah, we have plans to go back to the Middle East, because now, after 10 years of really educating Canadians and North Americans about this camel product, which 1 in 1,000 people even know about, it has come to a point that you need to shift focus to more favorable environments in our business. More favorable environment is the Gulf, it's the Saudi, it's the Kingdom of UK, because as you mentioned to me yesterday, within 2-3 hours you can even drive from Manchester to London and back and forth. There are 4 islands, 3 islands, Ireland. We have people there right now looking into the program. In UK, of course, yourself are there. Once we make a decision to go on that, in exactly about 3 weeks you will receive a shipment with packaged and with all of the stuff that we can
I
have
think
as a test.
I think there are two different businesses. I think there is a business that I'm doing with camels and racing and fun and digital and all that lot, Arif Bhai. And I think you're doing a different business, which is volume, sales, marketing, Ireland, Wales, Scotland. You've got to bring the distributors in, brother. You've got to bring the partners in. Simple. I'll tell you like a brother as it is. You have got to look at one thing: numbers, nothing else. When you come into a country with your products, with your factory, with your systems, with your logistics, you not to look at Shujat or Shujat's brother or sister or auntie, uncle. You got to look at, this is my timeline. I need to be here. So I'm from that background, and that's a separate business from what I'm going on about with racing, horsing, coffee shops, race courses, spindles. I'm doing merchandise products already, but not camel ones. Okay, I'm doing sports products and merchandise, caps and hats and t-shirts. All of that is happening already for us. We bring them in from India, we bring them in from Pakistan, Bangladesh, all of these countries. We're already shipping them in. So This is a camel product that you uniquely have for your socks, lovely, and your scarves and your cashmere, which is beautiful. But you have to look at a serious structure in the UK to get them numbers. Otherwise, no Irish guy or no English guy or no, he's not going to deliver. I can tell you now. They might say it to you, but they are not going to deliver 1 year on, 2 year on. So I'm telling you, like a brother, that to do the numbers you need to do in these two separate businesses, my camel racing is different. It's all about putting a camel on a ship and how you care for it. You know, from 22 days of a travel from Saudi to United Kingdom, that poor baby has got to be looked after. It's got to be fed, it's got to be milked, it's got to be cared for, it's got to be shared with love and everything before it then rests in the UK. Total different business. Your business is numbers, numbers, numbers. You're ready. Your factory infrastructure is working. You're already up and running, brother. You are having sales and communication and campaign issues that you have to resolve in the UK kingdom market. We can help you do that. Whether that's under a friendship relationship, whether that's under a relationship, whether that's under a partnership, whether that's under a consultancy, whether that's under a multi-level consultancy, whether that it does, that is the term. So this is the identification of clarity today for us both, that you are on this camel ride over here, I'm on this camel ride over here. We are both trying to align money for ourselves and our families, which is fine. And if we can both do both, great. If we can do one, great. One at a time, whichever way. And that's the end of the solution and the what's it called. I now understand where you want to go, what's in your heart, and how you want to do your product. And today's been a great meeting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Socks and hanger is the key, and all of these products are ready, and it's a very simple. Again, we like to say books, coffee, and camel socks. We have the experience of over 10,000 customers over the GTA area in highly regulated industries in Canada, like the fashion industry that has to be registered globally, and lots of paperwork, as you know, in your own business. The race, the socks, the coffee, the camels, the animal is just a perfect match, because what you do is really you love the culture of camel, like the founder of Dubai. You like that cultural connection that it brings, that clarity of purpose, that endurance, that
So the coffee
longevity.
milk is goat milk, camel milk, all of these things. So it's not just coffee and a spindle. It's a venue where there are 1,000 people go through the outlet, and we serve them that coffee to the house.
Imagine the coffee with camel milk, which I have tasted. It's sweet, it's delicious. You don't even need to put sugar, and every drop of that camel milk is 99% copy of a human milk, mother's milk, full loaded with nutrition. Now, the latest discovery in this journey, my friend, is the camel bone, as you know, in
Right.
Saudi, in
So
other places.
now coming to a conclusion of, I get your concept. Yours is very simple process, simple system, simple factory, simple volume, simple numbers. You've got some real simple stuff going on. I've got the heavy lifting, as you can
Yes,
imagine,
you do. Yes, you do.
because I've got to put a camel on 22 days on a ship, and just to care for it before a race, it's hard work. The whole logistics of acquiring it from the farm, then buying it, then putting it on a ship. Who owns the camel? Is it one shareholder? Is it two? Is it 10? Is it 50? Does that make sense? So what I want to know is now, what can you do in that transportation process from Saudi to United Kingdom, or none? You can't do any, and that's fine, totally fine, Arif. I understand. I'm not expecting to push things because of that condition and that condition. Yours is already ready. The cake is already baked. The product is baked. The volume is there. The numbers are there. All it is Shujat. So if we just said, okay, Arif, give me the UK rights to Camel 360, I will get you X number every year. Every quarter, that number will drop into the bank. That's the guy you want. Doesn't matter, it's me, the Irish, the Welsh, the Scottish, the Pakistani, the Kurdish, don't matter. Forget it. Just get that
Allow
guy.
me to
Sorry?
answer some of the questions.
Yeah,
So
sure.
this whole journey started with really going after the science of camel. What is camel? Why is it called a person? Why it has so many miracle things? So it took us to Africa, to Marrakesh, to Egypt, to Saudi, to not Saudi particularly, but Dubai many times to check out to see where we can find this. In that, also developing the business infrastructure. Of course, shipping is a main basically stem of supply to demand, and we do have infrastructure for transportation of whether it's one container or it's just one package with FedEx or UPS or whatever is common in your country. All of this is in two places. One, we initiated this movement from Istanbul, Turkey, which is the mecca of cultures and mix of East and West. We have the company
Our coffee
registered
comes
there.
from Turkey. Our coffee comes from Saudi Arabia. Our dates come from Saudi Arabia. So we are already taking these types of products already from these parts of the world. So we're working with them. We're working with the currency, and that's important. So as I say to you, you need to find whether it's me or somebody else. As I say, if it's two people, it's two people. I don't mind. If it's three people, it's three people. I don't mind. Did you get to the end of your thingy within that set time frame? Because the thing that we can't buy back, Arif Gilany, is time. It can buy everything, but we can't buy the time back. We can't get 2025 back. We cannot buy 2026 back. So once them years go by January of 27, we have either reached our objective in life of the two kingdom, the 2 year that we set, 2027 to 25, if that makes sense, or we didn't. And it's like, why did we not get it, Arif? How come we failed that? How come we missed that? Does that make sense? So I've heard your Irish guy. I've seen your Irish guy who I think is doing joint ventures and all that lot. I'm not a big investigator of your videos. I actually get energized by you personally because of your energy, your sweat. Sometimes you're in this mode and that mode. I like all them modes that I see. You'll always see me like this, like an old man, the way I am. I'm just the way I am. But you are like 1 minute you're in socks, and then you're in shoes, then you're in trainer, then you're in the nature, then you're in the green, then you're all over. So as I say, find the guy for your product. If it's me, great. Let's do a deal. Let's see if we can get that skin in or whatever it is, whatever that means. Let's get it done. If, as I say, my main camel project is bringing them over. Share, care, and dare. That's why I keep saying share, care, dare. Because until you don't share, how can you care? If you don't dare to tell me the information, how can I work it out in my brain? So share, care, dare. Even Marty picks me up on this and says, Shu, I'm going to quote you on that one. Share, care, and dare. Until I have data here, I can't give you the answer. The data must be in that mindset coaching practice that you do, Arif Gilany. Once that's there, is clarity. It's easy to walk the journey, the path. The whole roadmap is set out for us, brother. So, inshallah, this has been a great meeting, I think, of fruit pickings high, low, and medium. Shipping an animal from Saudi or Gulf to the United Kingdom is a logistical job. As you know, you do it. You have to go to the farm, you have to negotiate the price, you have to sell the shares of the camel. So let's say it's 100,000 per camel. So we sell it to 10 guys. So each guy owns 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. They own it in a company, right? Shares. So they bought one camel for 100,000. They bought 10 camels for 1 million pounds. So khalas. And then you have to transport the cost. So I would love you involved in that as well, if you want to be involved in it, because then that creates Camel Care 360. What does it do? It does the race, it does the digital, it does the online, it does the media, it does the product, it does the coffee shop, it does the spindle, it does the merchandise, it does everything 360. That's why I called it day one 360. So hopefully this has clarified a lot of things. I give you the rights, obviously, of my confidentiality. Please keep everything that I communicate with you or your lawyer, by all means. I'm okay with that, or your wife, because, and I would share mine with my wife or my lawyer, because that's the only four people we need here, my brother. We don't need any more than them three, four people. I can do it with Chat GPT 9 times out of 10. So I can save £1,000 from a lawyer because I don't have that, what you call, oh, get the lawyer to check it, give him £2,000. For me, sometimes some lawyers, because I use three, I can call them parasites because they are not the united people between me and another two kingdom person doing power of two. Never. A lawyer is good in his place where he is needed, if that makes sense, to say this is legal or illegal justice, if that makes sense, as an opinion. But between two partners, I've never found a lawyer to be a good unified, good comfort zone, because for them they need invoice. And how do they get invoice? By divide, not by rule. We rule. Two kingdoms rules. Two people rule. Two kings rule. They rule. They rule. They rule. They unite. So, brother, please keep all our confidentials to ourselves, if that's okay. And we can build that trust. We can build that, inshallah, over a period of time. My intention is clean, just so we are clear. Day one, uh, and Marty will tell you this, because Marty came to me and he said, blah, blah. I said, Marty, I want to work with you, mate. What is the term? What is the contract? What is the hourly rate? Simple. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Bang. What is that rate? Is it £1? Is it £1,000? I don't care. Tell me. And we got it. Within weeks we were there. So anything else from your side, sir?
I'm just wrapping it up. Thank you for the comment about watching the videos and really liking the energy, because
No,
I
no.
know that that's exactly. I told some of the guys in the US, some of the people I work with, I say the energy is initiated in Sufism. You are a spiritual being. When you come here, we make you feel good. We make you feel comfortable. We make you feel cozy. We might give you a coffee with camel milk. We may give you a pair of socks. We give you a lot of things. Why? I like a variety of people because it gives me a tool to negotiate with you. No, my friend, I go to the courthouse if I have a case, if I have a traffic case, if I have a government case, I represent me. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
lawyers are just to tell you what's legal and what's not legal.
My
And
dear
even
brother
that is
Arif,
questionable.
we have to be accountable to our Lord tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, business, profit, haq, all of this is accountable not just to ourselves as two kingdoms here, but to our Lord. That I lied to the man, you know, or I told him the truth over the lies that he could not see. So there is
The
bigger
light.
business than the business. What's it called? We are genuine operators. We want to work with genuine people. We're not interested in deceit and lies. We're just not interested. I rather have a team of three honest guys, super honest, than 33. Trust me, I am not interested.
Absolutely.
I'm not
Yesterday,
interested.
my
So
brother,
yeah,
let me wrap it up with this. Yesterday, I told
please.
one of the gentlemen who's helping me out with the program, Vic in USA. I said, 100 people that enter our room, five will be addicted. Those are the ones who stay. The rest of them have too many distractions. I mean, selling online is not easy, but building relationships face to face is very easy. So I'm
I
coming there.
actually gonna take you and help you here with why I think it's not just selling online that you're doing or multi-level or whatever it is, a franchise, whatever, right? It's actually more. Because when you get in a cafe, when you have a cafe which holds events practically, your power of two becomes so much more bigger, and you know that yourself
Coffee and
as
socks and books. That's my
yeah,
big
yeah. Well,
passion, my friend.
you're cross selling. It's called cross selling. Books, whatever,
Coffee, socks, and
coffee,
oh, guess what?
conversation. So,
Thank you, lovely.
sir, as I say, if you can help us with the camels that we are sourcing from farm, please tell us in that process. If you can't, don't worry, we'll carry on. We're
I feel
doing that
friend.
anyway.
I am planning again. We're planning a couple of events, three, four, five events, and we will go forward and tell the public about it. But as you know, we are working directly and very closely with Marty. He's been very instrumental in gelling me with you, actually, because he has a different perspective. Americans are a little bit different. This is my saying. Americans say, let's go. Canadians say, oh, let's have an assembly. Let's think about this. British are already coming back from where they want to go, where American and the Canadian want to go. So I, with all that respect, we will start to initiate some triggers to make things happen, starting with a contract between the two kingdom, Camel Care 360, whatever you want to call it. Again,
Well,
you are right
one
now in
one
a
is
position,
one
you
is
have
the
the
race,
experience.
one is the races. So that's acquiring a camel. How is it financed? How is it funded? How is it cared? What's the 28-day cycle of that? What is the 35-day cycle of that? What is the 60-day cycle of that race? You know, so that's one project. Project two is product. Your products, your books, your camels, your 360s, your milk. How is it packaged? How is it going to be sold in a coffee shop? How is it going to be sold at an event? How is it? How? Show me, show me, show me. So that's your education. That's your deliverable. Yeah, that you've got to deliver and drive that for us. And you've got to have the training ready for people to then read it and then do it. So there's two processes, two systems, two projects. Can be on one platform, no problem. Can be on two platforms, cross-selling each other. So it's a very easy thing. Martin is a very good guy, extremely creative. I love talking to him. I love talking business to him because he says it as it is, black and white fact, no time waste. Yeah, I talk to many Americans, many Canadians. I tell you, they distract you and send you down a different channel because they have this hunger for, oh, we got to do it this way, control. We got to do it this way with change. We got to do it this way with culture. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not making any money this way, man. What's wrong with you? There's more profit here than here. In the end, why are we here all? Profitability. Hakalal. Honest money, profitable. Honest money, profitable. Nothing else. So, brother, this video, please send it on to me. I'll be very grateful for your, what's it called, so I can see it myself. It's nice to sit down and enjoy, especially good meetings like this, positive ones, bright ones, great roadmap ones, good added value points by Arif Gilany, by Shujat Ali, that have gone down that road and said, we are going to show you experience, knowledge, wisdom, love, care, share, and we are going to dare to do all these things. And he's like, huh? Dare as well? Wow. You honestly, when I did my little, I'm no guy like you. You're an expert, but even Martin liked it. So no problem, brother. I'm going to close on that one. I think it's been very positive. Let's get some actions out of this video once we watched it over the next day or two. And then let's make that roadmap. Let's get that journey.
I,
Let's get
I'm
step one, step two.
again, Two Kingdom is the Camel 360 is the focus here. We're gonna collaborate and we're gonna merge with the Marty because you
If I
asked
show
also.
you Two Kingdoms sports alone, just sports, nothing else, forget camel a minute, right? Forget
I
the
am
animals a minute, forget the horse a minute, forget the polo, forget the running, the walking, the water, the animal, the plant, the whatever in Two Kingdoms. If I show you the real core of that, you'll go, oh, wow, what a
you
business this is.
to close with this. You made a comment the other day about commentary on a camel race or a horse race or any type of race, with the cultural background that Marty's given us the authority from the Embassy of Culture, recognized me as the first Kurd to
I
enter
saw that.
this.
I saw that. Yes,
And
I
I
saw that.
have a great command of the English and the animal history. I love history. I love geography. I love people. We can bring this together just like
My
a
dear
wrap of
brother, you
360.
will be sat down. My 12-year-old son, you will meet him. He's called Hatim Ali Shah. He does commentary on football presently, okay, because he loves
Wonderful.
football. He loves Cristiano Ronaldo. And very good afternoon to you. Welcome to blah, 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 blah. And I see him as a 12-year-old commentating. So the same with camel commentating. There'll be ladies there, gents, yourself, etc. They all make education and what I call edutainment. I call it edutainment. So you're not sitting there as a voice or a commentator or as a visual, but you're an edutainer. You're educating and entertaining at the same time on that TV show, on that radio show. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our wonderful evening, the main event of this evening, this afternoon, this lovely Sunday, sunny sunshine in the United Kingdom of the world. Welcome for those television watchers, those podcasters, those radiocasters, wherever you are in the world, on the stream, on the system. Hey, good afternoon to you. Welcome to our Camel Show tonight. This is what we've got in store for you. Bang, bang, bang. Look, I'm just a gimmick. I'm not the guy. I will not be sitting there. You will not see me doing it. Trust me. I am not interested in that part of the business. It's, it's good to come in and say hello and salam and bye. But that's not my job. I can see
It's
millions of commentators, hosts, presenters that I've employed over the years, yeah, who have gone in and done a super job, girls and guys. So we will employ them. You can do it if you want as a camel lover yourself for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and you can go and have a break. But there will be other host presenters, professionals that do that for a living. They race horses for a living. So they'll do the same for camels because we will give them that edutainment, that education to say, brother, this is a camel. Please respect it a little different to the horse. This is the horse running a bit faster. All right. This one runs 20 kilometers this way. That one runs 20 kilometers, 40 kilometers, 20 more faster. That's the difference. This has got a bit more of this has got a bit more. So that education, edutainment comes from you. That inspiration, that love and care, that voice, it's got to come, the energy, brother. So, inshallah, look, I don't even know it, but my energy is high. Even though I don't have the knowledge of it, it's still high because I have a passion
it's
for
what
it.
you call the love inspired project, my friend. You
Yeah, yeah,
perhaps
yeah, yeah.
don't need to
It's a
do
care.
this. You
It's
could
a care
retire
for your
easily
animal.
and say, I'm going to enjoy my retirement like everybody else. I got $1 million
My
pounds.
God will ask me, my God will ask me, you did not care for the animal. Remember, tomorrow, yeah? You did not do halal properly. You did not care for it 28 days on a cycle. You did not care for it 60 days on the cycle. You took beneficial financial welfare from it. Yeah, drinking its milk and its monetary values, everything. But you did not care for it. You did not share it. You did not dare it. So I ask you, as Almighty Lord, the God, one and only, will ask us this. So, Arif Bhai, we must be very careful. This is a big responsibility on our shoulders, on our mindset. I know we can do it because we have a love, a true love. When you have true love, true, pure, wow, you can do millions of things. But when you don't have trueness and you have dirty deceit, then the problem starts to bend and go wrong ways because you had the wrong thinking from the beginning. Because we had wrong thinking from the beginning, then that project, why do you have a think tank in your business? You have a think tank. You are the think tank. So you say, Arif Gilany is the think tank. So after Arif Gilany, it's the book. I've written a book here, right? I've got a spine here. That's my book. Now, after the book, I may write a film, you know? So these are your spines. So on that note, I'm going to love you, leave you. Please send me a recording when you get 5 minutes. It's always a pleasure. We've had
I'll make
30
sure that
minutes.
you get it. We'll set up another meeting also once we finalize things with Marty to keep him also abreast. He loves the concepts. He loves people. He wants to contribute.
I'll
He
tell
is
you something
also
about Marty. I love it. Once this is a bit solid and documented, see, then he's got natural
he's a structured
direction.
person. He's a structure.
He's
He's a
got he's got
military. He's a
natural
kitchen guy.
direction.
Kitchen
So
has to be
right
clean
now,
all the time.
I remember talking to Marty 3 years ago. Do you know what he said to me about Arab sports and this and that? And he said, "Shoo, if you ever need a little bomb coming in from an American guy, I'll come in there and I'll just throw it in there for you and blah, blah, blah." And I said, Martin, I love you. I love straight talkers who have courage, who have dare, a bit of balls, and that's what Martin brings is a little bit of courage, that whole drive and bit of business. So definitely, let's get clarity for ourselves first. Once them two processes are clear, 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 Naturally, you share that with Martin. You go, when did you agree this? I was like, oh, 2 weeks ago. It took us 2 months or 1 month or 1 week, but we have agreed it. And here it is. We can talk about the system. We can talk about the process. We can talk about an agreement with you. Look, Marty's rate is a very cheap. Honestly, he's ever since I said to him, I'm opening a two kingdoms family office. I'm opening a venture capitalist, a private equity house in Saudi Arabia with a holding company like this. He says, shoot, I'm in. Just let me know when you need me. This is my lawyer. Just let me know. He's
Again,
he's he's a very relaxed guy. I like him. I like
when
his
when
style.
you when you also told me about your plan, I told you to deal me in. This is a hypothetical, figure, but it means the game is on
Brother,
right now.
I,
The
I,
game is
I
on.
have come across venture capitalists. They're chasing my brand, my license. They're saying, please give it us in Oman, give it us in Saudi, give it here. So it's a nice thing. It's a lovely brand. And as I said, I haven't opened the proper sports media rights door. I'll show you some of the rights we've got access to, right? Which we've acquired here in the UK and in Saudi through our partners or myself alone. So either one or two are my loan alone, and one or two are with my partners. But they are funders. And if we want to put £1 million on a project, we can. 10 minutes, 1 hour, it'll be done. 5 million, okay, 1 day, 2 day,
Again,
give us a bit more time because it's 5 million. If it's 10 million, maybe a week or a month.
uh,
So the bigger the
fun.
amount of money, because money makes money. Please don't forget this. Money makes the money as well. Makes the product go faster.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Makes the
Thank
product
you.
go faster and the service, but it makes money. Money makes money. So
I
we can
appreciate
access
that.
money. No,
I
no problem.
appreciate that you've been very, very generous with your time, with your
I
connections, with
like you, Arif. There's
introducing me to
something about
Shujat.
you.
I
There's
mean
something
to
about your
Marty.
story. I don't know. I like you. I think you're on a true journey, and maybe you've been, I don't know, hurt on the way or whatever by one or two people. But Allah Subhanahu wa Taala always gives to those of His disciples who are patient, who are, you know, look, we never met before the day until God wished. We only met on the day when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, this day. I might have wished for you before, but I couldn't have you before. Only the day that Allah said, or the group was formed, or Martin came, and this came, and all these things came. So, inshallah, we will do everything. I look forward to your recording. Have a lovely Sunday with your family. Give my love and regards to them, and we will speak very soon. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you for watching. Those of you who'd be watching, that was Shujat Ali Shah, all the way from UK. I'm Arif Gilany in Toronto, Canada. Have a great
Yeah.
day.
Arif bhai, please keep this with us until you ask requests to share it with others. Please. Thank you very
I
much.
will send it
Jazakallah.
to you
Allah
first.
bless you.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.